Y'all, welcome back to the Big Dipper channel. Of course, your host, Big Dipper. Um, no, I was just walking around today. I'm bored as shit. I had nothing to do, and I'm pretty sure you guys get tired of me sitting, inside and recording videos and shit. So I decided to take you guys out here where the bridge is, the Owen County bridge that goes across the White River here, and as you guys can see, it's a massive river, and it's actually went down quite a bit. And of course you guys can see over there where there's land. You guys can barely see it in the camera, but if I can zoom in, wow, this camera sucks in the light, but you can barely hear it. We're working on something over there. I don't know what, but the reason why I like this part of the river right here, this spot, because it's open, and plus there's a spot over here that you can go fishing and everything like that. And plus you got shade over here if you're playing, and underneath the bridge, even though you're not supposed to be allowed underneath there. I really don't think nobody really cares. And I'm just looking around real quick, but I figured I'd bring you guys down here and see what you guys thought of it. Now, all this black right here, let me zoom in. All this black right here, that's how high the water, hold on. That is how high the water usually is. And it's the same thing on that one too. That's how high the water usually is. And it's way low. I mean, if you guys lived here in Spencer, Indiana, you know what I'm talking about. And this branch right here would all be submerged. Like, you couldn't see nothing out of it. So and then if you guys can see it, let me zoom in. See all that right there? All those like little bumps and everything on the top of that? Yeah, those are old birds' nests. And it's the same thing on this other pillar over here too. And there's only 2 pillars on this bridge. That's all I need. But what I think what they should have done was move this middle one over here some, so that it would be even. But I'm just somebody who wasn't in fucking this shit for 3-4 years. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but anyway, but yeah, it's a pretty decent river. I love it. The reason why it's called the White River, okay, this is why it was called the White River. The reason why it was because back in the 1900s and everything, this river used to be clear, like completely clear. Like, have you ever seen a stream and you can see like the rocks and the pebbles and shit? It used to be so clear. Now, over the years, people has been dumping like, I don't know, like some trash, their feces, a whole bunch of shit, and the river just looks nasty. I wouldn't recommend coming down here and fishing in it and eating anything out of it unless you know how to boil the shit out of fish, because trust me, that's nasty. And I wouldn't even recommend going swimming in it. Number one. Number two, right where you can see the water going, that's another 10 or 15 feet down. So it's a pretty deep river, and if you don't watch it, you're gonna get sucked under and you will drown, because sometimes the current in this river is so powerful that like the world's best swimmer can't get across it in enough time. Like, by the time, like, if I'm standing here, like where I'm at right now, he would run in to that pillar. And if somebody was to swim at it now, he might have a chance. But that's only if he's going to be swimming this way and he wants to go over there. But, I mean, you got to know how to swim it. But, I don't ever, I swim in rivers sometimes. It just depends on where I'm at and how strong the current is and how deep it is. Like, if it's 5 foot deep, yeah, I'll swim in it. But if it's more than 5 feet, I won't do it. Because I had a buddy, he almost drowned. Me and him were fishing, and he got his line stuck on. He thought it was a rock, and it was actually a pipe that came off of a ferry, once upon a time ago. And that used to run this river, and there was this river. It was just a different spot, and he went to go untangle it, and he tripped in, and I couldn't find him for like 3 or 4 hours. And I didn't want to get on the river and drown or anything, but I did my best to call for him. I called for police, and I couldn't find. They helped me search and everything. It was all one big thing, but it never aired on the internet or on the news or anything like that because it wasn't that big of a deal. We finally found him after like almost 5 hours. Like, it was like 4 hours and 50 minutes that we found him. And he said that he fell in. He didn't have any control of himself. It was really hard to swim, so he finally went with the flow. And along the way, he ran into some shit that really fucked him up. Like, he was bleeding. He had gashes, cuts, scrapes everywhere. And there was a lot of rust that cut him. And it was either a pipe or it was something metal bit, and that was big. And it had shards and shit. So he had to go to the hospital. And he had to get fucking 3 to 4 to 5. I don't remember how many. But he had to get tetanus shots. And he said he was never fishing. He said he'll fish a river. He just won't fish a river like this anymore. Because you never know. You can fucking walk in this thing and come out with fucking whatever it is in the water. Or you go in to step in there and you step on something and it kills you. You don't know what you stepped on. So, but I guess this river is safer than the last river I was fishing on. And I was on a fishing boat. And man, and you know what? I almost wanted to fucking cry because of how big and bad this river was. And you guys seen the Mississippi, right? Okay, yeah. It is the biggest river in the United States, period. But I thought the Missouri River was big. And I was fishing on there one day, and it was out of the St. Louis city. It was out of St. Louis, and we were south of it. And we were fishing on it, and you know how the Missouri River, if you go down south, it gets, there's some like high spots and there's low spots, and there's high spots and there's low spots. Well, I literally thought we hit something big, and my pool went into the water. I almost went into the water. It was a good thing my dad was sitting there next to me. He grabbed a hold of my leg and dragged me back in, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Fuck, I just scared the shit. My shit literally came out of my asshole and into my pants. That's how fucking scared I was, because you're so high, and then that water is so deep, and that current is so strong." And then I was fishing on the Mississippi, and that was fairly decent. Nothing really happened there besides I caught a lot of fish in that river. Man, I took it home and ate it. Some good eating. It was the best eating I've ever had, fish-wise. But yeah, I just kind of figured I'd come down here and show you like my spot, my little relaxing spot. If I've had a lot on my mind, I come down here and think a lot. And you know how I don't like to record a whole lot when there's people around. So I just come down here where it's all peaceful and, you know, quiet and everything. This is another spot where you can just relax and shit. It's all shady. You know, it's perfect. You can see the river. And actually, if you come down here, there's a little path. If you got your 5-gallon bucket and your fishing pole and, you know, everything, you can come down here. See, now this is why I say it's nasty. That shit's nasty. And all along there, it's people been in there and shit. But you can fish here. You can fish over there. You can cross here or go around the other side and cross and fish on this bank right up here. You don't want to fish down here. Actually, that looks like where a backhoe was stuck at, where they were trying to widen it, but I don't see the reason why. But I like to come down here too sometimes. I haven't been down here in a while because they, you know, they cut all this in here and they just piled it up right here, and you know, it's stupid. There goes my buddy Toby. I think he saw me. No, he didn't. He's right there, driving in his piece of shit Jeep. I think he's trying to find me. I think he's looking for me, but I don't know. Going 11 minutes, pretty good. But yeah, this place is, you know, it's beautiful in the summertime. It's decent in the fall because you got all the leaves falling. But yeah, and I want to come over here and show you this, but I can't because there's people over there, and I will be the one getting her and being laughed at because I'm recording, I'm making a video. But you know, if they do, I can just fuck them up, fuck them. But I'm thinking I'm gonna, you know, end this here. I would someday. I would like to cross this bridge and go on the other side and see what's up on this side. I haven't explored that side yet. I don't really want to, but I don't know. But I am gonna end this here. I have a lot of stuff I gotta think about, and I got some big opportunities coming my way here soon. But anyway, wish I would have put a dip in. That would have been cool, but I didn't. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time on the Big Dipper channel. And holler, like, subscribe on this channel, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Holler.